Guilt, when used in the right way, is a really amazing tool. Shame, if we move into shame, shame destroys us. Hello and welcome to this episode of The Love Experiment. I am hugely, massively interested in the power of love to change anything and everything for the better. And this series of videos is all about the playing that I do, the experimenting that I do, that I am inviting you into, because your own lived experience is what is going to change this world. But this playing, inviting you in, sharing with you for you to be able to see what is on offer here. And today I want to share something, a huge distinction that I saw in a group. There was some beautiful feedback, and I just think it's so incredible when we come together in these ways. The things that come out of our mouths, what we see, the insights we have. And it was an insight around guilt and shame. So things happen in the world. We have other people around us. We have jobs. We have families. We have children, parents, all sorts of things. Life is a contact sport that we are moving through continually all the time with all sorts of things coming up. And so we are going to hit against that. We're going to do things. And sometimes we mess up. Sometimes we get it wrong. And if you haven't heard the episodes in which I've talked about the love and fear and the fact that love allows us to make mistakes, fear has us in a space of believing that we have to control everything and we have to be perfect. We can't make mistakes. When we're here as human beings, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to get things wrong and confused. It's part of who we are. And so we're going to do that. We're going to get it wrong. And an amazing thing that we have built into us is we can feel guilty when we have done something wrong. We get a feeling of guilt. Now, guilt is an amazing tool to shape us. We can use that guilt to shape us into who we want to be. So what comes up in my mind, the vision I see in my mind is a beautiful piece of wood off a gorgeous tree, and it's the raw material of something amazing. And if you can use a tool to carve away the pieces and create something amazing out of that raw material. And we are like this raw material, and guilt is it's a beautiful tool that will fashion us into something amazing. So if we feel guilty about something, that gives us the opportunity to look and carve that piece. What do we want to do? What changes do we want to make? How do we want to show up? And that might be an apology. It might be changing something in our behaviour. It might be, in each individual case, the guilt is an invitation to see something that we have done. And it may just be that moving forward we'll do it differently. It may be that there's some cleaning up to do here. It may be that there's something to do. But the moment that we move into shame, it's like we make this thing, whatever it is we've done, personal. We make it mean something about us. So if we are coming from love and we make a mistake, love allows us ways to correct that mistake and then come again at life as if that never happened, to wipe it out, to clean it, to make us pure again, to give us a new start in the next moment. Guilt is the tool to do that. We can see that through that, and love, when we are living from love, that's what we can do. Shame, on the other hand, is under the heading of fear. So what happens when we move from the guilt into shame? Shame tells us we're not good enough. Shame makes this mistake something fundamentally about us and who we are. We feel ashamed of something, and so guilt and forgiveness and love and the allowance of making mistakes allows us to clean that mistake, sort it out, do whatever needs to do, pay the price if there's a price to pay, whatever it is, and move on. Shame has us hiding. Shame has us defending. Shame has us being a victim. Shame has us blaming someone else or blaming ourselves and internalizing it. All of the unhealthy things that we can do with things. And that has us, we fall into, I look at the my story of abuse, and there was a lot of shame in that. On both sides, we become abusers through shame. We're trying to control, we're not fashioning this beautiful raw material, this energy, this gorgeous power that we are not fashioning it with the tools. We're destroying it. We're rotting this gorgeous piece of wood, if you like, from the inside out with shame. And how we can know if this is resonating, you will feel it in the moment. There will be something pinging within you. And how we can know, again, our feelings are such a guide to us in this sense. This is the invitation for the love experiment to play. Just notice when somebody says something, you know, when someone comes at you with something, where you go with that. Can you look at yourself and say, yeah, I did that, I'm sorry, without making it mean something about you? Because the minute, if somebody says something, whether we have done it or not, if we are clean and clear and in tune with our feelings and know what our feelings are telling us, we can cleanly react to that, and everything that happens from there is healthy and a good thing. And this fashioning, this gorgeous of both us and the other person or whatever it is, happens in that moment. If, on the other hand, even if the person or however this happens, even if there's some anger there, even if there is some, unhealthy stuff going on and coming at us, and we haven't done this thing, if we have that feeling and then understand what our part is to do, if we stand in our power without shame, if we know there is nothing to be guilty, there is nothing we need to change, and we can stand in our power with no shame. Or if we feel the guilt and see, oh yeah, there's an apology, there's something different, there's whatever it is. But again, do that, excuse me, from love, not fear. Oh my gosh, that is when the world changes. And I was sharing this with somebody, the lovely Lizzie Payish. I have done a video with her in another series. Do check that one out. I was sharing this with her, and she reflected back, because she is the seer of what's important. That is her God entity. And she pointed something back and reflected back how beautiful it is when we understand who we are and stand in that loving power. And each moment, there is no moment that isn't fresh and new, that we can come at that. We get the chance again and again. And the thing that she pointed out was, that's exactly what Sydney Banks was pointing to when he said, if we could learn not to be afraid of our experience, that alone would change the world. And it's like, yeah, when we know what guilt and shame are, when we use the tool of guilt for ourselves and don't move into shame, when we move into that feeling, it's like, not here, I'm not going here, and move back into love, that changes the world. And I have personal experience of that, and it is magnificent. So thank you for listening to this. Do check out the show notes, because there's ways to dive more deeply into this with me. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. If you do have comments or you have experimented with this, do please share, because when we come together in community, when we share, that is priceless. So thank you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.